You don't need a six-pack to run fast. You need a rigid cylinder that prevents energy leaks. Most runners train the core to flex the spine, but in running, the core's job is to resist movement, not create it. Your torso acts as a transmission shaft, transferring power from your legs to the ground. If your pelvis creates excessive anterior tilt or rotation upon landing, you suffer from energy leaks. This forces smaller stabilizing muscles to overwork, leading to early fatigue and significantly reduced economy. Think of the core as a bridge between the hips and shoulders. If the bridge creates slack or wobbles, the propulsive force generated by the glutes dissipates before it can move your center of mass forward. Running is essentially a series of single-leg hops that create massive rotational torque. A functional core prevents your upper body from twisting violently against your lower body with every step, maintaining forward momentum. We must distinguish between force generators and force transmitters. The hips generate the power, the spine transmits it. Training must reflect this stability requirement, not flexion capacity. True stability comes from intra-abdominal pressure, created by the diaphragm and pelvic floor working together. This pressurized canister protects the spine and creates a rigid lever for your limbs to push against. At mile 20 of a marathon, core failure rarely looks like abdominal pain. It manifests as sitting back in the hips and overstriding. This postural collapse destroys running economy exactly when you need it most. This is why traditional flexion exercises like crunches have almost zero transfer to running mechanics. We prioritize anti-movement patterns that mimic the demands of vertical ground reaction forces. A stable core allows for limb dissociation, the ability to move legs and arms rapidly without disrupting the center of mass. This dissociation is the biomechanical hallmark of elite movement efficiency. To build a runner-specific routine, we filter exercises based on their ability to resist force vectors. We replace sit-ups with planks, pull-off presses, and heavy carries. Timing matters. Core stability is a feed-forward mechanism, meaning your brain activates these muscles milliseconds before your foot hits the ground. Static strength helps, but dynamic control is the goal. Stop training for aesthetics and start training for stiffness. A rigid chassis allows your metabolic engine to express its full horsepower without breaking down under the load. Build a stiffer chassis to unlock your engine's potential.